Hello, and welcome to Rocket Fuel, your daily update for everything that's happening in the Rocket Pool community. So today is September 18th, and today's Rocket Fuel episode is really special because it is almost completely community driven in terms of content. I did some research myself and found some links myself. However, the community provided a lot of links, and it turns out that we've got more content today than we normally have, so it's going to be a long episode which is really wonderful, like truly wonderful. I'm so happy that people really helped out today, because I kind of warned that there wasn't going to be an episode and people wanted an episode, so here it is. And also at the end I'm going to tease something special that's hopefully going to happen this week, so stay tuned for that. So let's start with this. The Rocket Pool website has a stake function, so that's stake.rocketpool.net, and on that it tells you that the return for buying rETH is 3.55%. so that was the number from a couple of weeks ago, I guess, or like recently, but not from this week. So the problem is the STETH website, the Lido website, has been updated to show that their APR is now 5.5%. so people out in the internet are wondering, hey, what's happened to that? Like, why is Rocket Pool only getting 3.55% and why is Lido getting 5.5%? So Jasper wrote this tweet. He says, the displayed Rocket Pool rETH APR is not currently accurate with real returns. The protocol is earning transaction fees, MEV and all that goodness. However, the front end needs to be updated to display it. Discussions are ongoing, but expect an APR in live with STETH and its competitors. So then Langers posted this in the forum saying, hey everyone, welcome to post-merge proof of stake world. With the merge complete, Rocket Pool node operators are now earning priority fees and MEV. The smoothing pool has been popular and is already doing a fantastic job. As a reminder, if you're part of the smoothing pool, please activate MEV Boost and choose a relay option that fits your situation. Or if you want to get maximum profit, then choose all of them. You're allowed to choose more than one. As a consequence of all this, the rETH APR will soon rise as priority fees and MEV is incorporated. We are just testing an update that is expected to be released next week that will incorporate the additional yield. We are very excited for Rocket Pool to play a significant role in the future of Ethereum. A big thank you to all our node operators for making it possible. Rocket Pool. So Langers released a statement from the team that says that the number is higher than what is shown on the website, and they're going to fix that very soon, and you'll all be seeing a much better number hopefully from next week onwards. Now there's been some issues because of the intricacies of working out what the APR will be. Of course, MEV and priority tips depend on Ethereum transactions and the volume that the protocol is doing, and it's not going to be perfectly smooth. However, people are working it out. So I've got another post coming up later that I'll explain a little bit more about where we stand right now. So next we have this treasury report that Jasper released. He says, as part of RPIP 10, he explains that he's the treasurer temporarily, and one of the things that the treasurer has to do is provide statements of where the PDAO stands in terms of its money. He says, and now I present the August PDAO Treasury Report. The month of August is very simple for the PDAO, featuring only inflation and payment for the bankless campaign. The September report will include IMC allocations. However, the IMC Treasury Report will detail how the funds are being spent in detail. A tremendous thank you to Langers and Valdorff for doing the heavy lifting in transaction sourcing and general bookkeeping. So Valdorff and Langers, I don't know exactly what Langers is doing. Sorry, Langers, I know that you must be doing great stuff. But Valdorff, I know, is doing some really good accounting stuff and really keeping check on where the money's going and where it's coming from and everything. So I'm really happy that the team and the community are working together on this. So this is for the month of August, from the 3rd of August to the 31st, which is that rewards period, the 20 to 28 days. Obviously, there's 13 rewards periods in the Rocket Pool year, not 12, because it's 28 days instead of a month, every 4 weeks. So it says assets at the beginning of the period, 82,100 pretty much RPL tokens, and then there's inflows and outflows, and at the end of the period, there's 89,200 RPL tokens. So then, and it's got the transaction hashes for the payments that have gone in and out. So This is really great for transparency and like keeping on top of what the PDAO has and what it can spend money on. So there's going to be a lot of money spent for September for incentives, and then the grant stuff is being worked on, and it's really great that all these great things are happening. So next we have this post from Valdorff. I kind of mentioned the PDAO Guardian multisig I think a couple of weeks ago. I think like 9 days ago, I think I even referenced this exact post about what form the PDAO what form the Guardian multi wallet should take, the multisig, whether it should become multisig or whether it should stay controlled by the team. And I think the community as a whole thinks that there should be some kind of multisig that gets made. So Valdorff made this post that is like a poll over here. Let me find it again. So it says, "Hi all, I've drafted an RPIP now, see," and then there's a link to the RPIP. I made it 7 of 12 and added some other little details as I went. So this is the suggestion of the multisig that the PDAO / team would take control of. So then there's the link to the draft of the RPIP, so you can go and read it. And then there's, Valdorff asks for feedback saying, "I'm comfortable with this charter as written. I'd be comfortable if there were 4 to 6 slots reserved for the current dev team and or ODAO. I'd be comfortable if there were 7+ slots reserved for the current dev team and or ODAO, i.e. these reserved slots could act without further help from the rest of the PGM. And I'm okay with this chart. I'm not okay with this charter. So if you see results, most of the people, like the vast majority of people, like 75% of people, are either comfortable with this charter as it's written, or be comfortable if there are 4 to 6 slots reserved for the current dev team and or ODAO. I think personally for me, I'd be comfortable with it if there were 4 slots for the dev team and ODAO, and then the rest of it being held by community members. But remember, it's a 7 of 12, so if the team takes up 4 of those slots, the team and ODAO take us 4 of those slots, that still needs community members to take action on that wallet. So it's really good. Go here and vote, because it's still like Valdorff still wants more votes. And if you've got any comments that you want to make, feel free to discuss it here, because there's some really good discussion going on. Once the snapshot vote goes live for the RPIP, I'll definitely share it with you all and let you know that it's up, and then you can go vote. So next, as Langus said in his post, that the smoothing pool now has nearly 63% of nodes are in there, and over 43% of mini pools are in there, and it already has a balance of 30 ETH, because there's been some really nice, like juicy MEV transactions that have come in. Let me see if I can find that. Sorry, I got a little bit mixed up with my links. Yeah, so Marceau posted this comment saying, "Wow, somebody got a 8.4 ETH MEV block," and that went into the smoothing pool, which is really amazing. And basically, it was an ARB that had some stuff going on, and the ETH came to the smoothing pool for that, which is really wonderful to see. And Ken then worked it out, saying the rewards for the smoothing pool are 0.036 ETH per mini pool per reward cycle. And he works it out by saying 29 ETH divided by 3,182 mini pools, 4 days running times 28 days post merge in the cycle times 0.575 node operator share. So that's how we get to this number. So that's actually like a really nice number. That works out to be pretty much like half an ETH per mini pool per year, which is really sweet. Like it's really, really great that the numbers are working out that well. So I think the smoothing pool is definitely the place to be. Next, we have this comment from Joe about the Proteus. Proteus is a great machine, and I'm really excited that Joe's making it, and he thinks that it'll be delivered in Q4 of this year. So that's definitely something to be excited about, because it'll make staking that much more environmentally friendly. 5 watts an hour with the 5 watts electricity load is phenomenal, and the prices will be really good too. So that's definitely something to keep an eye out on. And then we have an update on MEV Boost usage. So mini pools in any MEV are 48% or nearly 50%, but in the smoothing pool it's up to 62%. So 916. I think this number is from overnight, so it might be that it's a bit higher now. If you haven't joined any MEV Boost, I might make a video just to show you how to do it, because I think people are kind of struggling to figure out what to do and what not to do. So what I'll do is I'll make a video tomorrow about how to get, or I just put it in Rocket Fuel tomorrow to let you know how to get MEV Boost for your for when you're in the smoothing pool or for your node in general, because I think that's really important for people to join that. I think some of my language over the last few days was a bit harsh about people who are in the smoothing pool and are not using MEV Boost to be like leeches and moochers. So sorry if the language is a bit strong, but I think it's really important that everybody in the smoothing pool joins that, you know. So that's really great to see that the numbers are going higher every day, and I hope they keep going higher. So next we have sorry, hold on, we already saw that. Oh, okay. So this post from Calurduran is a forum post about the grants and bounties RPIP. So if you click on that, they made a post on the DAO forum, which is the next step in the process. So he says, I want to get some formal feedback beyond what's provided in the grants thread on Discord on this draft RPIP. The content for the RPIP was mostly taken from conversations in the grants channel, as well as from somewhat older forum post. The aim was to get us something that met the criteria of earlier ongoing RPIPs, while also allowing us to get a committee up and running sooner rather than later. Any input is most welcome. So there's a link there that will take you to the GitHub for the draft, which was written, and there's the discussion about that started by Valdorff, who is a really great active community member, like doing so much great stuff, and really happy to have them, you know, with us. So they're already starting to give some good feedback. So if you're interested in anything to do with grants, this is the place for you to go. Go read the draft, pay some feedback, and let us all know what you think. Next, we have this comment from A35U saying, according to this, and there's a link, operators.lido.fi, once all of our pre-launch pools go through, we'll be larger than any single Lido operator. So I think the biggest Lido operators are around 7,000 validators, and the Rocket Pool protocol is now over 7,000 mini pools. So it's really great that, you know, we're growing so well, and that just means that we've only got 28 more operators to go from Lido before we catch up. It's not quite that bad, obviously, but we're hot on their heels, and it's been a really good week so far. So hopefully we'll keep improving and keep getting more adoption and grow even further. Okay, next we have this post from Joe, who says, good news everyone, Kane and Langers looked over Val's plan of attack above and it checks out. We're going to do that with some slight implementation adjustments for performance. Should be in version 1.6.4 pending the tests. So this is how we will be working out the rETH numbers for the website. So Valdorff says, I think this is where we landed. Count the rETH share of ETH and the beacon chain, count all the ETH in the deposit pool, count the ETH in the rETH contract, smoothing pool, do initial rETH share approximation and use that to add rETH share. It may be off by 100 GUI or so, 1,000 GUI or so, but this is less than 1 part per billion of this component, and B, this error does not compound as rewards get claimed into the rETH contract regularly. Crawl fee distributors, rETH share percentage should be on chain. If it's fast to crawl all, that's ideal. If it's time consuming, then skip the ones in the smoothing pool. This means that we'll have smaller error for undistributed fee funds in fee distributors for node operators that later join the smoothie, but this error should be tiny. So like I said, it's quite complicated in working out all the what the rewards will be, but it's great that we're getting people thinking about this. And once again, that's Valdorff who made that comment. So next we have this comment by Zero, who says, if no one figures out the illiquidity problem for RPL before it goes illiquid, in my opinion, we're going to see stagnation and little to no growth in new node operators, i.e. Rocket Pool doesn't go up in value anymore. So basically, Zero's point is that if Rocket Pool, the token, becomes illiquid because of everybody staking it and there not being enough free on the market for people to buy, it's going to make it difficult for new node operators to come online. However, it sparked a really good discussion in the community. So people like rocketdoc.eth was saying, doesn't its liquidity solve itself? And then we had me saying that's not what I was talking about. I was talking about this a little bit later. And Zero saying buying a volatile asset as collateral that'll depreciate faster than what you can get from staking ETH solo doesn't make sense. So ETH Zero was making his point, and he's made this point before as well, but I thought I'd cover it today. So then he's saying that basically the bigger the institution or big whales will struggle to buy RPL. And I said, if RPL appreciates that much, I think the PDAO can add liquidity incentives relatively cheaply that will drive up liquidity a lot. So Uska said it can't simultaneously appreciate and become illiquid and depreciate faster than the ETH staking rate, which makes sense because obviously if it's going up that much in price, then that's how it becomes illiquid, and then it should be getting more than the ETH staking reward as because of it's gone up so much. I said there's already talk of incentivizing RPL rETH on pools and balancer, which I covered last week. And then Marceau came in and said these concerns about RPL liquidity is important but overblown. Incentives can solve this elegantly for now. Eventually the market will mature and liquidity providing will deepen liquidity. For what it's worth, I've talked to some large holders and institutions, and slippage really isn't a problem except here and there. The really well connected ones are still able to find over-the-counter sellers. So I think, so then I make the point as well, of saying, and we'll be providing liquidity incentives. The 5% inflation will be worth an incredible amount at 0.05 ratio, which is a 2.5x from here pretty much. Very strong liquidity incentives. So I feel like the problem might not be as pronounced as what Zero's arguing here, but it's definitely something worth keeping an eye on going forward. And as we expect the protocol to get a lot bigger and take up a lot more volume, it's good to keep things in mind, definitely. But like I said, today's Rocket Fuel was mostly a community effort, which is really wonderful, and I really appreciate all the help because there was a chance I wasn't going to be making this episode. But normally when it takes me 4 or 5 hours to prepare an episode like it did yesterday, today it took me about an hour and a half, which is absolutely amazing. So thank you to everyone who helped. So I'm gonna give a quick shout out to those people who did help. So we had Daryl, we had Munchkiner, we had Super User Deuce, we had Marceau, we had Calurduran, we had Ken, and Valdorff. Sorry, Valdorff, I missed you for today's episode, but this is stuff that I can include tomorrow, but because I started recording already. So once again, thank you everyone in the community that helped with this episode. And yeah, it went, which is really funny because this is one of my longest episodes ever. So I hope you all enjoy this. So I'm thinking of adding another dimension to this channel. Well, actually another couple of dimensions to this channel. And I know I've been promising some of you that I'm going to make this into a podcast soon. I think I'm going to take the time to do that tomorrow. So I don't want to promise it because I don't know how much work will actually be involved, but I'm actually going to sit down and seriously work on getting that done. So there are a few big things that you can expect coming from Rocket Fuel. I'm adding some more stuff to this to make an even better product for all of you, and I really hope that we can keep working together as a community to produce like really excellent content for the community as a whole. So thank you everyone. I hope you all have a great rest of your Sunday night and a wonderful week ahead, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.